A warm, sweet spring breeze wafted through the sitting room as I managed to force the creaky old windows open. They'd been sanded, painted, and shellacked so many times over the years that I had to jiggle the brass latch just so, and then put my weight into it to let a little fresh air inside. I looked around and drank in the scene as sunlight streamed into the cozy room, hitting the wingback chairs, vintage wallpaper, and tea cart like a spotlight. As the soon-to-be new owner of the Secret Bookcase, I probably shouldn't have favorites when it came to the unique nooks and crannies in our sprawling estate, but I had to admit the sitting room was a pretty delightful spot. The perfect place to curl up with a new read and a view of the English gardens, a cup of rose and strawberry tea in hand. I stepped away from the windows and tidied the space, making sure the pillows were fluffed and ready for readers. Then I stocked the tea cart with lemon, chamomile, and raspberry mint tea packets and shortbread cookies. We loved offering little treats and drinks for customers to enjoy while browsing. Next, I wandered to the back of the large, inviting room where collections of our coziest novels, everything in the vein of Miss Marple, lined the bookshelves and repositioned featured covers so they were facing out. A fire wasn't necessary since June in Northern California was near perfection when it came to the weather, but I lit the electric mason jar candles and added fresh sprigs of rosemary and lavender to the vases on the mantel. We enjoyed long, luxurious days of sun in Redwood Grove, with naturally cooling gusts from the nearby Pacific Ocean and a bounty of wildflowers blooming in the park and throughout the village square. If I didn't have 1,000 things to do to prepare for my upcoming trip to the California Booksellers Convention, affectionately known in the bookselling world as the CBC, I would have taken a moment to linger and enjoy the stunning view of the climbing roses and wisteria putting on a colorful show in the garden. But as it was, I was already running late. Fletcher Hughes, my coworker and business partner, and I were heading to Santa Clara in a few short hours, and I wanted to make sure everything was in good shape and running smoothly for Hal before we left. Hal Christie had owned the Secret Bookcase since the early 1980s, when he'd purchased the aging English estate for a song and renovated every square inch, from the ornate ballroom to the sprawling grounds, transforming it into the largest mystery bookshop on the West Coast. Hal had a serious obsession with Agatha Christie, and was convinced he was her long-lost secret love child. Every room was themed after Ms. Christie, from the Art Deco parlor, which paid homage to Hercule Poirot, to the Mary Westmacott nook, where we housed our romance novels, and the dig room, which offered our youngest readers an adventure on the banks of the Nile, complete with a sandbox and dinosaur fossils.